Good morning, Lisa. Darcy, thanks for rejoining us here at Yellow Shelf.
Oh, Joanna, I'm so excited. Thank you for having me. Thank
Well,
you.
you're coming back with your second book, and I'm super excited. We'd previously spoken to you earlier in the year about your book, The Pact,
Yep.
but you've just released a new book, which I've got here, Christmas Actually.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Now, it is very rare. I generally don't have two books out a year. It's just the way that it happened this year. And as you
Yeah.
said, with Christmas Actually, which has just come out,
Mm.
and in fact, the audiobook's being released today. So I'm very excited about
Congrats.
that too.
Yeah.
Um, but I just feel with this one, because it is focused on Christmas, that it's obviously, time sensitive, I
Perfect.
guess.
This
Yeah.
time of year is perfect. The red, the
Yeah.
visual on the front, the
Oh, yes. And
inspiration.
woo.
And also, yeah, you're dressed up for me this
Oh,
morning.
yes, I have.
Lisa, I what I like, and I read this, and I am somebody who finds Christmas a little intense, finds, the countdown, the expectations, sometimes
Oh,
thinking about
absolutely.
boundaries needed. This book was perfect. It's fiction, but there was so much I related to you. So I want to know if you could share as the author what the Yellow Shelf audience need to know about your new book.
Okay, so it's not your typical, and this is my first Christmas
Yeah.
themed book, so I don't normally write that around Christmas. So, as readers who know me and know my
Yeah.
books, I write real fiction about real women triumphing over adversity. So this isn't a fairy tale book. It's not like Santa coming down on his sleigh or miracles happening at Christmas
Yes.
time. It is probably exactly what you're talking about, Joanna, with all those expectations of Christmas. So it's about Kate,
Yeah.
Kate who's turning 40, and she's got two kids, a husband, parents, a pregnant sister, and she's trying to reignite her photography career. And it starts at about 6 weeks before Christmas, where she gets this opportunity to go into a food magazine photographing Christmas food, Christmas
Presentations. Yep.
things. So she's taking on that responsibility to try to reclaim a bit of her independence at the same time as going, oh my God, I've got the end of year, school Christmas concert. My
Mm.
husband's really busy with his work end of year, all the things that happen with work at the end of the year, like the review process. And
Yes.
then you've got the kids screaming, where are the decorations? Why isn't the tree up? And I'll just remind people that it is set in Australia.
Yeah.
So you do have the heat aspects
Mm.
and yeah, and basically it is all about the normal everyday things going on. Kate's sister, as I said, is heavily pregnant and she's an Instagram influencer. So very needy and wanting attention.
Type A,
So,
type A, type
yeah,
A,
yeah. So,
type A
so
personality.
so
Yep.
yeah, so
Yeah.
everyone's wanting attention from Kate. So it's just your normal pressures in life,
Sure.
exacerbated by this extra pressure of Christmas. And we've all got to be happy. The house has got to be decorated. We've all got to, have the presents and all of that sort of
Yeah.
thing. Also, it's not a spoiler to say that Kate's parents are divorced. And very early on in the piece, um, Kate's mum says, well, actually, your dad and I want to remarry and we want to get remarried before Christmas. So there's a lot
Boom.
happening
Boom.
that needs to be, packed into this 4 to 6 weeks in the lead up to Christmas.
Yeah. And
So
look,
it's
it's
not all
perfect. I
happy.
mean, yeah, yeah. And it's perfect because there is like what, 6 or 7 weeks to Christmas. So
Yeah.
it's perfect timing to feature your book here. So Lisa, what what inspired you to write this particular book? Because you did mention your other books have been about women traveling and women triumphing. What was the yeah, what was the spark or the inspiration around Christmas, around this particular story?
Well, to be honest, I gave it to my publisher around this time last year.
Yep.
It was not set at Christmas time. It was set.
Oh,
It wasn't set at Christmas time. It was set actually in July.
yeah.
So there was no, anyway,
Yeah.
the publisher came back in January. And to be honest, I think they looked at their list for, 2024 and went,
Yeah.
we don't have enough Christmas themed books. So they came back to me and said, we really like the story, but could you work it in
Working
around
Christmas.
Christmas?
Cool.
And I went, oh my God, that's a challenge.
Mm.
So yeah, so I took that on board, and yeah, so I had to rearrange, and actually there were a couple of themes that I had to take out because they were a bit heavier,
Sure.
and I didn't think they related to even though it is, real life. I just thought, it is Christmas. So I just massaged a couple of the
Yeah.
themes so that it still could have that feel good Christmas, feel good Christmas
Yeah.
feeling, still realistic, but not going over too much to the dark side. So it
Yeah.
was a real challenge for me
Yeah, okay,
because, yeah, but
that's super interesting, isn't
yeah,
it? It's
yeah.
really interesting to share that because, as an author, the journey is not linear all the time,
No,
it's yeah.
no. Yeah, so it took me a while to work my head around it and
Yeah.
go, okay. And then, and then Joanna, you've just got to go, okay, I need to get on with this.
Yeah.
Just do it. Head down, you know. Yeah.
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 And
And I
Lisa, look, we acknowledge you've written a number of books over the years. Maybe you've set a really high bar releasing two books in 2024. But tell us, do you want to quickly mention the other books? I'll put them in the show notes. But your other books, do you want to just kind of acknowledge those as well for anyone new?
well, probably the one that came out earlier this year, The Pack.
Yeah.
Since I spoke to you, it's won the honorable mention at the Hollywood Book Festival,
Ooh,
and
congrats.
a Literary Titan award, 5-star award with them.
Fabulous.
So I'm really, really, really happy about
Proud.
this one.
Yeah.
And I might just mention this is an anthology that I
Oh,
contributed to. It actually came out this year as well, but
yeah.
just short stories. And it's called The Heart Will Find a Way. And actually, the story that I contributed to this is called Esmeralda's Heartfelt Christmas. So it does have a Christmas theme,
Oh.
and it's written from a cat's point of view. So
Oh,
that's a bit
fabulous.
of fun. But I just want to mention this one. It's got great Australian authors like Sarah Foster, Kylie Ladd, Juliet Madison. Oh, heaps that I'm going to forget. Um, and it's great because the short stories range from 2,000 to 5,000 words. So great
Wow.
if you're on holidays and you just want to pick it up,
Bit of everything. Yep.
have the story
Mm.
contained within, you know, just before bed or on the beach.
Yeah.
And it's all about the heart, heartache, heart lust, heartbreak, heart balm, and love.
Yeah. Oh,
So
beautiful.
another really good anthology for around this time of
Yeah.
year.
Well,
Yeah,
gee, you've been busy getting things published. Congrats there.
happen like that.
I will
Yeah,
put I will put that book in the show notes as well. So
thank you.
finally about Christmas actually. Like I
Yeah.
said, I'll make a list in the show notes to make it really easy. But what's the best way to connect with you? How do we get this book, Lisa? Where do we go?
Look, it would be great.
Amazon.
Go to any of your Amazons. You can
Yep.
order it in through your bookshop, or just go to your local library and ask them to
Yeah.
order it in, and order any of the books
Yes.
in. So it's available on Kindle, print, and as I mentioned, from today, um, well, November 4th in the UK,
Sure.
it's available on Audible or,
Yeah,
um,
those platforms.
all of those.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really excited about that. So it's widely available. And yeah, I'd love to get readers' feedback.
Fabulous. And Lisa, we can follow you on Instagram. Is that the best space, or do you prefer
Yeah,
Facebook?
Instagram. Yep, I'm probably mostly active on Instagram. I'm also
Awesome.
on X and Threads. I've got a Facebook author page, but I think the way that most people, well,
Yeah.
most of the people who follow me connect are on Instagram, which is
Instagram. Well, I'll put that in the show notes. Lisa, thank you so much. Enjoy the lead up to Christmas.
yes, mine is not
Um,
going to be as hectic as Kate's because I have adult children, so I
well,
don't have to.
I just, there was so much, even I could relate. I think I have a pretty, reasonable Christmas expectation, but I think there was still so much to relate. That feeling of everything's got to be done before the 25th of
Yeah,
December, that
yeah,
intenseness. Yeah,
yeah.
it's definitely very relatable. So
Rush, rush, rush. There's no
yeah,
time to breathe.
I know. And
Yeah.
it's almost silly, like the silly season, isn't it? But
It's also that thing, I know you're going, but like, oh, we have to catch up before Christmas.
yeah, no.
Why do we have to? I'll still be
You've
the
got to have
same
that
person
Christmas
in
drink.
February.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I get it. Lisa, thank you so much.
You?
I'm going to be super cheeky. And if it's in the next year or the next couple of years, you'll come back, won't you?
Oh,
If
yeah.
there's
Yeah.
more.
No pressure.
Set the bar high. Lisa,
Yeah.
all the best.
Thank you. Thanks. Thanks, Joanna.
My pleasure. Bye.